1, 2. I said microphone check. 1, 2. Can't nobody out here do it like me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Knockout Kings. Hey, the fight that we just all been waiting to see. Tank versus Frank. It's over. It happened. It was a hell of a fight. Frank won them early rounds with his skilled boxing and his good footwork, staying away from Tank's I guess what they call his brick hand, staying away from him while he was still peppering Tank with some good shots. He was catching him, he binked him a few times, Tank had his guard up high and was trying to walk him down. He kept pressing him. Frank was on the move, catching him, hitting him. The first 3 rounds, Frank won. That 4th round, it was close. But I had to give that 4th round to Tank. But then after that, I would say that Frank won the 5th, and he won the 5th round. I think Tank won the 6th round. Tank started to catch up with him about the 6th round. The 7th round, I would say that probably was even. The 7th round probably was even. But Tank was starting to catch him because Frank had built up a nice little lead and landed more punches than Tank. But by the time that 8th round came in, Tank, because the one thing that I didn't like about it was Frank would try to, get away, but he would run to the corner and on the ropes. And I was telling my guy, like, man, I don't think that's smart of him to run back in the corner like that. And lo and behold, when that 8th round came, Tank caught him. Tank caught him with a left uppercut. Knocked him silly. He went up, came back down, and then Tank just caught him with a good shot, a straight left with that's Tank's brick hand. Bing! It was over. The ghost was on his back. 10 count. Over with. No longer. Done data. Frank Martin is a good fighter. If I was in his corner, I would have told him, like if I was his manager or something, I would have told him like, nah, we gonna hold off on fighting Tank right now. I know you sparred with him, and you might have had a good sparring session. But there was other fighters that you could have fought and put this fight off 3-4 years down the road. You see what I'm saying? You could have fought like Lomachenko. You could have fought Vasily Lomachenko. That would have been a good fight for Frank Martin. Frank Martin versus Vasily Lomachenko would have been a hell of a fight. And then, or you could have fought Aesop Pitbull Cruz. You could have. There's other fighters that you could have fought. You should have fought Shakur Stevenson. You scrapped that fight and took this fight with Tank. You scrapped the Shakur Stevenson fight and took the Tank Davis fight. I can understand you probably got more money, but it's all about the longevity of your career, and a lot of times you gotta have your career going in certain directions, and you might want to steer away from certain fighters because styles make fights. Styles make fights. And if you would have fought some of these other fighters that I just mentioned, by the time you got through them, you might have been ready for Tank. But by you just fighting like 19 fights, I don't think you was ready. You wasn't seasoned all the way. You know what I'm saying? You still needed to be sprinkled a little bit more. But hey, it ain't over for you, because it's a lot of boxers that they got one loss and still go on to be great champions. Everybody can't. You're all gonna have to go at some time. It's just how it is in boxing. I wonder what's next for you, Frank Martin. For all those that think that Frank fought a good fight, let me know in the comment section. Even though he got knocked the fuck out, let me know in the comment section. And what you think, and leave another note in there that let me know what you think Tank's next move should be. Let me know how Frank fought. For those of y'all that watched the fight, let me know. And tell me what Tank's next move should be. I think a good fight for Tank. I don't know. I don't know what's his next move. But Tank came out victorious. He told everybody that he was gonna knock him out in about the 8th round. He knocked him out in the 8th round. But Frank Martin put a nice little, welt under his eye, and got it discolored, underneath that. What was that? His left eye? Yeah. Nah, that was his right eye. That was his right eye. But hey, good fight nonetheless. It's what I've been waiting for. I call this the summer of phase, because it's gonna be some good phase this summer. You still got Bud and Madrimov, or however you pronounce that. But you still got Bud fighting. You got who else you got coming up? You got Bud. We got Sebastian Fedor fighting Earl Spence. I can't even think of them fights right now. But man, we got some good fights coming up. So stay tuned. Keep a watch out for them fights coming up. And like I said, it's your boy Jay Maurice, and this is Knockout Kings. And I'm out. Peace.
Here we go. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I said microphone check. 1, 2. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Ain't nobody out here winning like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Just like me, like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Ain't nobody out here winning like me. Can't nobody out here do it like me. Just like me, like me. I'm one of a kind, I'm like a rare breed, a breath of fresh